Welcome to day 2 of going from 3 to 6K per month as a personal trainer, online fitness coach, fitness business owner, to $20,000 a month profit coaching only under 20 hours a week. Over these 30 days, we're taking you from undercharging to premium pricing and confident closing, from getting inconsistent leads that only come from word of mouth or the gym floor to consistent client flow and building up online marketing systems that work 24/7. And lastly, from busy but broke to having systems that scale and allow you to earn more money while working less per week. Day 2 is where we really get things rolling. Now, if you can get all this done in one day, that's fantastic. But hey, look, it can take up to 3 days. The important thing is that you do the work. Before we get started, today especially is extremely script heavy and template heavy. Now, I have all that in my mentorship where I take PTs and coaches to $20,000 a month coaching under 20 hours a week. But for you right now, if you're just online wanting to learn from YouTube, that is totally fine. Just jump in. I'm going to put lots of stuff up on the screen. I'm going to give you all the information. Do the best you can with what I present today, and you are going to get clients and set up your business better. Okay, today is broken up into 3 things. We have a referral tactic, we have goal setting, and then we have the Pro Coach Toolkit, which is the systems you need to make sure you get consistent income and don't have any hassles with billing, terms and conditions, and the like. Firstly, what you need to understand with working with me is that there always needs to be some sort of client getting tactic happening at all times. You take the ones that you learn in the first 10 days and you add them to a system where you do a monthly, weekly, you vary up the copy, you change up the platform, but you're consistently trying to get leads. And then we add in the more advanced stuff like Facebook ads and the like a little bit later. But this is so you are constantly moving forward. It's never a one and done thing. So everything you're learning these first 2 days, never a one and done thing. Okay, the referral tactic. Now you probably recognize that your current clients are the best place and the best audience to get more clients and more money from people who know, like, and trust you without having to go through the mind slog that can be sifting through a cold audience. I get it. I'm a business owner. I have to work through cold audiences all the time. But simply waiting for word of mouth, waiting for your clients to bring their friends is just not a strategy. That's luck. The thing is that they are busy and they're just not thinking about you as much as you would like, even though we know they love you and we know they trust you because they see you a couple of times a week. So this is why you have to ask. You have to have a system in place and ask them regularly, right? You need to make it easier for them. That's what I want you to think about. Don't think that you are harassing them. Think that you are actually making it easier on them. And because they already know you, they already like you, and they're clearly getting results from you, when they tell a friend about you, that friend skips like 5 steps of trust building because their friend has vouched for you. And that is so important here. And that's why we need a system instead of waiting. Now, I have one in the mentorship called the Referral Flow Wheel. Today, we're going to talk about the very beginning of that. Let's get straight into it. Today, you're going to do the momentum ask, where you're just going to message every single one of your current clients and you're going to ask. I have 3 lanes for you to pick, and you need to decide which lane suits which client in their journey right now, because just asking them all for the blanket one, like a big group message, is not going to do the trick here. You need to personally message them from the way that you interact with them one-on-one. You need to make a genuine ask. That's the first step of the referral flow wheel, and that's what we're working on today. Now, expectations around this. Top of it is you get a new client. Fucking let's go. Bottom of it is you engage with conversations and you start to plant the seed that this is an okay practice for you and your business, and your clients are okay with you asking. So even if nothing comes from it, this is the seed that you plant. So when you ask later, they are more receptive, or they've actually thought about someone. Okay. This is the first step. So don't get discouraged if you get a few, accidental no replies, or if they just say, oh, I don't have anyone right now. That's just part of it. This is literally sales, because you have to remember that conversations equal conversions. So at the very least, if you're getting in conversations about your service, then you're having a good day. Okay, let's go to the first question that you're going to ask. The first ask. I want you to pick some of your current clients right now and you're going to send them a bring a friend message. And it's going to run like this. I'm just going to read it up here so you can see my eyes dart. Sarah, you absolutely crushed that today. Hey, quick question. Do you have a friend who is struggling with their pain point? So in this case, energy levels, and wants to feel benefit. So in this case, strong as you do right now. If so, do you want to bring them to our Friday session so we can help them out? Simple. Just see if they have a friend who will join you, either in your semi-private, your group, your one-on-one. Make it a personalized ask. In this second one, you are actually asking them if they have someone who wants to join up. So it's going to look like this. Mark, mate, I just looked at your check-in, 3 kilos down and you're smashing it. Love to see it. Hey, do you have a friend who is struggling with the dad bod, so pain point, and wants to drop a few kilos, so benefit before summer? If they sign up with me this week, I'll give you both bonus. So it could be $50 off, $100 off, free PT session, free nutrition guidelines. You've got to come up with it. You're billing for this month. The third one is the upsell. Jess, you are putting in the work on the floor. Your strength is going up every week. But honest question, if I took the guesswork out of your weekend nutrition and built a meal plan for you, would that make things easier for you right now? I think if we added that in for just a month, you would start to see extra benefit. Want me to map out what that looks like? So you can see in all three, you're catering the message to them, their situation, pain point, benefit, and current place and time. So now go ahead and either pick one to send to everybody or mix and match. But the most important thing is that you send it today. Take action. Always be getting in conversations. Now for parts 2 and 3. Goal setting and your pro coach toolkit. We need to look at the momentum blueprint. You need to know exactly what your next target is, how many clients you want, at what rate, and how many hours per week you're going to do in-person coaching, because we actually don't want you to blow up past your 20-hour coaching gap. Because if you go over that, you don't have the energy for marketing, admin, or life. 20 hours a week is where you want to stop your one-on-one in-person coaching. So first, define your target income, your next rung, so to speak. Is it 10K? Is it 15K? Is it $20,000 a month? You need to know exactly where you're heading. So now we're going to find out your weekly. So let's say it's $10,000 a month. You then need to divide that by 4.3, as it's 4.3 weeks in a month. And then that gives you your weekly target. So in this case, if it's 10K a month, it means you need to hit 2,325 a week. Now, how exactly do you do that without coaching 40 hours a week on the gym floor and struggling in the hours in between? If you're doing one-on-one PT at $115 an hour, you can do 20 hours, but that brings you right up to it, and then you are maxed out. But what if you want to hit $15,000 a month? That is $3,488 a week. You physically cannot go there with one-on-one PT alone. This is where the discipline comes in, right? Is that you are building out different parts of your system here. To hit 15K a month, you need to shift to semi-private, and you need to shift to online too, to complement your one-on-one. You also need premium pricing in your one-on-one, like we talked about yesterday. All right, so here is the exact mass to go $15,000 a month. Let's see if I can turn this around. So you need to do 18 sessions, a 45-minute PT at 98 a session. That's 1,764 a week. You run 10 semi-private clients at 75 a session. That's 750 a week. And you have 12 online clients at $80 a week. That's 960 a week. So that will bring you 3,474. Sorry about the shoe on my screen, by the way. Semi-private leverages your time, and online takes 0 face-to-face hours. You are only coaching for 16.5 hours a week. So you hit 15K and you still have your life back. That is the magic. So I want you to think about where you are on that and where you want to go, my friends. You decide how many one-on-ones, what price, what length, how many semi-private, and how many online. And of course, you can mix and match in the mentorship. I've got heaps and heaps of different ways for you to map that out, but that's just me mapping that out for you there. Now, before we wrap up day 2, there is one more thing we need to cover. Very, very important, almost the most important thing that you would do in your business, because hitting 10, 15, 20K a month is great. But if your business back end is fucked, then you are going to hate your life. People are going to reschedule all the time. They're going to cancel willy-nilly. You have no systems in place to hold it all together. So here is the Pro Coach Toolkit. First, you need direct debit. So if you are still getting people to transfer you money or sending invoices, you're like a debt collector, right? Not an actual business owner. So you need to get everybody on direct debit, on a subscription where it pays out monthly, weekly, fortnightly, so you don't have to think about it, right? So you can just clear that from your mental load and your actual administration load. Then you also need a terms and conditions, and the terms and conditions outlines no refund. It also outlines a 48-hour notice policy for all reschedules, and then your cancellation policy as well. And then lastly, an expectation document. This is where you go into painful detail about how you are going to behave in the relationship, how they're going to behave in the relationship, and you send that to them. You get them to sign it. And it outlines things in the terms and conditions, and it also outlines the direct debit too. So the Pro Coach Toolkit, in this case, sets you up so you are never worried about a failed payment. You are never worried about them asking for a refund because they can't. And you are never worried about how they're going to act because you're training them the right way to be an amazing client so you can be an amazing coach to them. So let's get to work. What you need to do today is send those referral messages, pick your next target monthly income and the mix that you need to get to it with your new premium pricing, and order your current systems and set up what you need to set up. If you need the exact templates, playbooks, and systems and a coaching and accountability to help you with all this, that's what I do in the Business Lab, where I help PTs, coaches, fitness business owners go to $20,000 a month, coaching under 20 hours a week, as we just outlined today. If you need help with that, just DM me Lab on Instagram. There's more free resources below that you can help too. And I'm going to see you tomorrow for day 3. Let's get after it.